It's been absolutely insane. And I don't know if it's because, as the heavyweight champ, you do more, or if it's just because we're in New York City. I don't know what made it so different, but this fight week is different than before.
I know Derrick just got in Tuesday, so did they make it clear that you were kind of carrying the promotion?
I was here Sunday. I got here on Sunday. I left San Jose Sunday morning at 7, so. But, this is what I normally do. This is not anything new. I've been doing this for, a long time now. And even in the build-up to my first title fight, it wasn't like Jones had to just carry the promotion. They kind of relied on me in that sense, too, and it's kind of just stayed that way.
Is it crazy to be, you're walking away from the sport supposedly in 5 months, basically, and you're finally at this point where you really are like the main event. You're the draw. You're the one that you have the appreciation for everyone.
Man, it's not crazy to think. It's just, it is what it is. I knew this was going to be when I was done with the sport, and I've accepted that a long time ago. Not just now. I've accepted this years in the past, so it's just all coming to a head now.
Most guys don't walk away right as they're sort of peaking as a superstar.
Isn't it unbelievable that it took 10 years? But it is what it is. It took long, so it's sad that hopefully this rolls into my next career.
You know how retirement goes. Fighters retire and they get the itch with 6 months later, you're there. How do you know for sure that when you call it a day, you'll be done for good?
Because when I didn't fight after I fought Alexander Gustafsson, and I was only 36 or 37, I went 9 months and I was okay. I was like, I'm actually okay just doing TV and chilling. Because the reality is, with me, it's like, hey, Cassandra, could we get a towel or something? I'm hot, I'm sweating. With me, it's like, just because I'm not fighting, I'm not making money. Like some guys, they have to fight to make money. But if I'm busy working TV, I'm still doing well, and it also gives me opportunity to spend more time with my kids and my wife and everything else. So I feel like I'm going to be okay because I also corner guys. I also coach. So there are ways for me to stay involved in competition. And not only that, just my kids. My kids now are competing. The other day I was at a gymnastics competition with my daughter, and she was on the balance beam. And she's so good at it, right? And her scores are usually 9.2, 9.3, and I'm thinking, well, if she does well in her best event, she'll be high in the all-around. And she's on the beam looking at us, and she falls off. So I was like, God dang it. And I got up, as soon as her routine was over, I got up like fuming. I was like, I'm a gymnastics dad now, right? And her scores came in, and she had done everything so well that even with the fall, she still had like an 8.9. So it was like, dang it, she could have had a 9.4, but with the fall, she still got an 8.9, which put her like 4th in the all-around. So I was like, okay, but it's like into their stuff, that it's fine. My son in his football and his wrestling, it's all fine. My competitive drive will be through them.
You're just as into the gymnastics?
Oh, goodness. I didn't think so, because the first time I went, I was just kind of sitting there because I didn't understand. But now that I kind of understand, Dad yelling, everything tight, Marquita, because I know like when you're tight, it matters. It's like the scores are better when your legs go straight and they don't bend, and when your tummy's in on the vault. And I'm like, everything tight, Marquita, and everybody looks over like, is that Daniel Cormier? It's awesome.
On a totally different note, hypothetically, you win Saturday night and you've got John Jones and Brock Lesnar probably both sitting cage side apparently. What do you do?
I could say I'm going to do one thing, but I usually I'll probably do what I did with Manawa. I did Manawa and then Jones. So I may just get them both. I just hope they don't come in there together. Not anymore. Not like it used to. The guy beat me, yes, but when you're proven to cheat on multiple occasions and I've done what I've done, it doesn't matter. I've stated time and time again that I've passed every USADA test without any problem. And I did 70 or something. And that's counting just the randoms. I've done over 70 random USADA tests and passed every one. That's not counting every time I made a finals in the U.S. Nationals, every time I made a finals in the international competition. So I'm well over 100 with my in-competition tests, and I've never had any issues. So when I hear that name with everything that he's done and everything that's tied to his name, it doesn't really bother me as much as it used to. I think what it does is the fact that him and I are so closely tied together. Even though he's won both fights, I don't really care that he did the things that he did. Right? I know it sucks, and to the general population, they look at it like, well, you didn't get a fair shake, and a lot of people say stuff like that. But I'm sure he's not the only guys that I've ever fought that have been on stuff. That's why I don't take away what he did. He beat me. The guy beat me. But it doesn't make me feel like, I have to go and chase him anymore. I've done something to the point that he doesn't dictate my path anymore. And the fact that I went up to heavyweight as a light heavyweight champ and won the belt, it does feel good, because for a long time, that's what people thought he would do. I mean, he was a light heavyweight champ for 4 years and never really went up to fight the heavyweight champion. I did it after 3 years, I guess.
So when you talk about all of these tests that you've passed, the random tests and all of that, and you haven't had a tainted supplement, I mean, do you kind of feel like the tainted supplement excuse is, for lack of a better word, bullshit?
I think it's BS. I mean, that's why I was so vocal about USADA. I was like, wow, USADA. Really? It's like, really? Come on. Like, can't keep falling for this shit, That's how I felt. But now I'm past it. I mean, I got something else on my plate now, and the chance to go and defend the heavyweight championship,